The lay of the land so far in our college database is that we've got a campuses table, a courses table, and a students table, and each of those are related to one another through a one-to-many relationship. In this video, we're going to add in a clubs table, and this clubs table is to do with extracurricular activities for students, with examples like a chess club, a drama club, a football club. So let me just quickly create a clubs table. So just create table, and there's the extra field created alongside the primary key field. It's just a title field. I've filled in 3 different clubs there. I'm just going to save that table and name it as clubs. And I can see my 4 different tables there. Now again, just to go into relationships view, I'm going to right click over here, click on show table to just add that clubs table in there. Not that I'm ready to do anything with it yet, but it just allows me to visualize what I need to do. So I've got a students table and I've got a clubs table. I need to make relationships between them. Now, what we have done before is we created one-to-many relationships, and I could do that again by putting in a club foreign key field in the students table and then relating in the primary key field of clubs into that foreign key. That would mean that one club could have many different students associated with it. But it would be restrictive because from the student's point of view, a student could only ever be associated with one club. And that's restrictive because we'd like students to be able to pick and choose from different clubs and to join more than one club if they wanted to. To allow that situation to happen, we have to have a more sophisticated type of relationship. And the relationship that we need is called a many-to-many relationship. Many-to-many relationships are actually one-to-many relationships combined. And to allow that to happen, we need to put in an extra functional table in between the clubs table and the students table. It's usually labeled as a junction table. And all it is to do, or all its reason is just to facilitate a many-to-many relationship. What junction tables are, if I just start creating one, is just a table with 2 foreign keys. So I'm going to start off with this blank table here. I'm going to leave the actual primary key field there. I'm going to add in a number field because this is going to be a foreign key to the clubs table. And also I'm going to add in another foreign key beside it, which is to the students table. Yeah. And I'm going to save that table. And usually junction tables, they are saved with a name that combines whichever tables that they are in between. So in this case it's clubs and students, so I'll just join together some version of those 2 names. Club stud we'll call it. Essentially what this junction table will allow me to do is I've got a club foreign key and a student foreign key. So I can put in whatever different club number I want here, and I can associate it with whichever students I want, and I can do that as many different times. Every time there's an association between a club and a student, that gets another record. And so if I think about the chess club, and I want to associate it with some of the different students, well, I might associate it with Jane Jones and Keith Hardy. So therefore in the junction table, the chess club is a number 1, Jane Jones has a student number of 2, and then on the next record I'll say the chess club is number 1 and Keith Hardy is student number 3. So I've made 2 different associations there of 2 individual students with the same club. But also, what other clubs are there? Well, there's the football club. So I might just come back into the junction table and I might say the football club is going to be also associated with Jane Jones. So Jane Jones has not only associated herself with the football club, but also she's associated herself in the first record with the chess club. And so you can see how this junction table allows a many-to-many association, that many clubs can be associated with many students, and any individual student can be associated with many clubs. And I can keep going with that vein over and over again. So I'll just associate the student John Doe with some clubs as well. The drama club, for instance, I'm associating John Doe with that, and also the football club, which is number 3, and that's John Doe as well. Yet I haven't put in the actual relationships in the relationship view. So I have to close down these tables again and just add in this club stud table, the junction table. I'll squeeze it in there between clubs and students, and then associate the primary key field of clubs with the foreign key field club in the junction table, enforce referential integrity. And also I'll take the primary key field ID from students and associate it with the foreign key field student in the junction table and enforce referential integrity. And there I have my many-to-many relationship. Now, unlike one-to-many relationships where I could go into the datasheet view of campuses, for instance, and drill down using the explode indicator, I can't do the same type of thing with a many-to-many relationship, because essentially I can go from clubs down to the club stud junction table, but I can't go up an actual many-to-one relationship. So the only way to categorically show that this many-to-many relationship works is by creating a query. So if I go into query design, and I might just add in clubs, club stud, and students. That shows me those three different tables there. And I might say, show me all the student forenames and surnames that are in the club chess. So if I run that, let me just get the actual case right here, just in case it matters, and run that, and I should see those two different students. And how about if I change that design and I change it, instead of being chess, I change it to football. And I get two different students again. So you can see that this many-to-many relationship, it works. And it's through this junction table. That's what it looks like. It's actually a combination of two one-to-many relationships either side of a junction table. And that's many-to-many relationships.